What's up, everyone? What's going on? It's Lugo back again with Fat to Fit day. Is this day 90? I think it might be day 90. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember. Yep, it's day 90. And today we had some push chest, shoulders, and triceps. And I already messed up on this day. So my top set was 209 pounds or 95 kilos. And my back downs were supposed to be all at 195 or 89 kilos. And I made the mistake of loading instead of 6 kilos under, I loaded 1 kilo under. So my first back down was at 206, which is 3 pounds and a kilo under, which is not good because that first set there was already a super grinder. So loading literally 1 kilo under my top set kind of got fucking schmeckled under the downset, and it kind of threw off the rest of my workout. I'm not gonna lie, because it was I've said this before, but I don't really like to overexert on the compounds, because for me, I feel that uh, since I'm like trying to build, I'm trying to build technique, and really get good reps in on those that I don't really want like super grinders where I feel like I'm getting out of place. And I definitely felt like, especially on the first two, that my right shoulder was like coming out and it kind of like felt weird on my pec. Which is why I'm really not trying to super grind on bench because it's easy to over exert yourself through your shoulders sometimes, and that definitely happened for sure. But that was just me being a dumbass because I've loaded the weight that I was doing before. But what confused me was that I usually load a green and clips, and the weighted clips, they're 5 pounds together. Are they 5 pounds together? They're 11 pounds together because they're 2.5 kilos. Yeah, so I ended up doing too much, and it confused me when I loaded the yellow and the green separately. So it's all good. Next week, I'm just gonna make sure that I stick to it. It was gonna be a small jump from this week to next week anyway on my sets, because I'm changing the rep scheme and I'm adding a set. So it's going to get easier and harder at the same time. So it's fine. I still got what I was looking for out of dumbbell bench, which was 80s. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go up to 85s or just do 10 reps next week. I think I might just go up to 85s because I'm kind of excited about that. And this military press here that I'm doing with 135, I did the first set, and I think I've kind of been over exerting myself on the first set, which I don't really like to do because I have 3 sets, and I'd rather go to failure on the last set. But I think with the barbell movements, it's just better just not go to failure because it kind of causes a lot of fatigue, and it's easy to tweak shit when you're doing that. So I think on the barbell shoulder press, I'm keeping it a little bit more conservative. And instead of trying to match the reps last week, I kind of sacrificed some reps on the top end of the sets to get straight reps. And I just did a 3x5, which to me felt a lot better. And then this week on incline, I realized that I was out of the rep range that I was trying to get, which was 10 to 15 on this. So I increased the weight to 40 and really tried to like slow it down, which I don't think I did a very good job of. I think I ended up just going as fast as I do normally. But I really enjoy doing cable incline. It's one of my favorite flies right now, and I enjoy it more than seated. Um, I don't know what it is about this cable stack. I mean, I know what it is about the cable stack. The left cable that you could see right there on the bottom right, almost it's out more, like, the cable is not close to the receiver because, somebody ripped the cable, so it's, like, going out. So when it comes to doing, like, bilateral movements, like, especially flies on this, you have to, like, center yourself off, like, more to the right because the left cable is or the right cable is right into the feeder to the like receiver, so it's close, but the left one is protruding out more. So to get like an even stimulus in the same stretch, you kind of need to center off to the right a little bit more. Um, which is weird. It feels weird, which is why I've been using the other cable. But then the other cable, the stack doesn't go as high because the tower isn't as high. So some movements it'll like top out before I could even get my full range of motion, which kind of sucks. But something I just have to work around and make sure that I get it right. But I did change my push down this week from this session. I would normally do easy bar, and instead I did like a single cuff push down, just because I feel like I've been pushing too hard on the easy bar. Like it's been feeling really weird on my like tendon, my tricep tendon, and I didn't like that. I think I was just overexerting myself in a bad way, trying to get the reps and really compromising my form. So cuff is kind of like a easy way to regulate myself because I can't really like put that much body English into it, or else I'm just not getting tricep. And I think that a lot of like unilateral tricep work is really underrated because people are like, well, you're not going to be able to go as heavy, so it's like not as good. But it's like the stimulus is higher on on unilateral tricep movements because it's all on the muscle. You're not involving any other muscle groups. So the stimulus, to me, at least I believe, is actually higher from unilateral tricep stuff than it would be from bilateral pushdowns and like overhead because it's where it needs to be and you're not involving anything else. So I think that's just a dumb argument to make that the stimulus is not going to be the same. I actually think it's better. Um, and here I am doing one of my favorite movements, the favorite new movements, which is inclined cable skull crusher. One thing is, this is going to get hard fast with how you set it because you kind of have to do like a rotating. I don't remember like an oblique rotating oblique thing to get on the bench, because it's not high enough. Maybe I just end up. Well, I'm fucking stupid. I could have just ended up putting the cable up, but maybe I won't get as good of a stretch. But I'll try it. And then I was kind of like supersetting with Arsenal Strength lateral. So when I usually get to my two last movements on push day, which are usually uh, side delts and tricep, my second tricep movement, I'll usually start warming up for my side delts uh, after my first tricep movement and into my second one. Just because it doesn't really overlap with fatigue, and I don't really notice that it decreases my performance on either of them. So I end up just doing both of them at the same time to really just expedite the session because at that point I'm just trying to get out of there towards the end of my session. And I would only do this if I noticed that it didn't decrease my performance, which I noticed that it hasn't, because I didn't do it and then I did do it. And I noticed that I'm still getting the same number of reps, still getting, or not the same number of reps, still getting more reps across the same amount of sets with doing partials on laterals as well. So it's just a fun way and an easy way to really speed my session up towards the end. You should try it if you kind of have a problem getting through those last two working exercises. But here I'm posing, and I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying what I was seeing. I'm getting leaner, pretty noticeably, and the pump was pretty nice. Side delts are popping, getting that fucking croissant in my tricep, which was I think pretty like thanks to the pushdowns, honestly. And the fat horseshoe back there too, no diddy. But yeah, I'm enjoying it getting leaner, really not having to push at all that much. But this video is pretty much over. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for a pull day in day 91. Thanks for watching.